before he became one of the world's most controversial leaders. Fidel Castro was a rebellious young lawyer, defiant, determined, and ready to risk everything for Cuba's future. From a failed uprising to exile, guerrilla warfare, and ultimate victory, this is the story of how one man changed the fate of a nation. But why did Fidel Castro rebel against Fulgencio Batista? In the 1950s, Cuba was ruled by Fulgencio Batista, a US-backed military dictator whose regime thrived on corruption and repression. While American businesses and Cuban elites grew richer and richer every day, the vast majority of Cubans lived in poverty. The gap between the rich and the poor widened with each passing year. Havana glittered with casinos, nightclubs, and luxury. The American influence in Cuba was increasing, while the normal Cubans kept on suffering. In 1953, Fidel led an armed assault on the Moncada barracks. It failed. He was captured and imprisoned. But instead of breaking him, it made him a symbol of resistance. At his trial, Castro famously said, "History will absolve me." Released in 1955, Castro went into exile in Mexico. There, he met Che Guevara, and he began planning a second revolution with Guevara. In 1956, they boarded an old yacht named Granma and sailed back to Cuba with 81 men. Most were killed, but the survivors escaped to the Sierra Maestra mountains. In the mountains, Castro's forces waged a guerrilla war. They gained support from peasants, spread anti-Batista propaganda, and ambushed government forces. While Batista's power crumbled, Castro's influence grew. Radios across Cuba broadcast the rebel message, and after heavy fighting, in the end, Batista fled from Cuba. Days later, Fidel Castro entered Havana to cheering crowds. The revolution had finally succeeded. Cuba was about to change forever, politically, socially, and geopolitically. But what came next would reshape Cuba's place in the world. From Cold War tensions to communism, the revolution was only the beginning. Cuba had a long way to go, long and tough road. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to subscribe for more historical deep explanations.